would be very, very weary of many of the self-proclaimed gurus, okay, out there. They're not what you think they are, okay? One thing I can tell you guys, if you're new here, please take a listen and take heed, because I'm telling you, there are some people in this space, in this community, who are indeed wolves in sheep clothing, and they use ignorant, gullible people to trample them to achieve their own personal gains. Okay? This is what wolf in sheep clothing will do. And they come off as if they're trying to help you. And first and foremost, whatever it is that they're claiming to be helping you with, there is no actual fruit of it in their lives. That's the first way you can test the spirit, okay? You test the spirit behind these kinds of people, because before you open yourself up to these false prophets, these people who masquerade as though they're very knowledgeable about things, that's just how they entice you to trap you. A lot of these people do not have your best interest at heart. And it's your responsibility to know the difference between someone who means you well and who has been given valuable information to share with you. And even in the information, all information is not good information. Okay? If the source is tainted, then best believe that you're going to receive tainted information. You're going to receive information that was meant to do something to you internally that you're not even aware of. And maybe these people aren't even completely aware because they don't even understand what they're doing. They're just being used by the enemy. Because see, the thing about it is, by virtue of them being so greedy and wanting power and hungering for attention, or just their little moment, they will do any and everything. They would trample over the people. They will be talking very poorly of the very people that they're trying to help, quote unquote. And it's because it's not in the right spirit. So you don't want to receive everything that someone has to offer you, just because, some people, they will say, I take what I like and I leave the rest. And that's just as bad as you saying, you know what? I'll lay down with this person, but I don't really love them. I know they don't love me, but I don't really love them. I'm just gonna lay down with them and let them think that I love them because I want a perk or benefit that they have, right? But the thing about that is, you can't trick the spirit. You can't trick the mechanism. You cannot. You cannot trick the way things are in the realm of the spirit. You cannot. And this is why so many people are right now spiritually destitute, and they need ignorant people to beguile and basically be the scapegoat or the sacrificial lamb for the things that they do ignorantly or willingly but carelessly, right? These individuals, they don't care when they're doing it because you're just a means to an end. They think that if they can just get people hooked on what they have to say. It doesn't matter what you know energy they're giving off, and it won't affect anyone. It doesn't hurt anybody, right? They tell themselves this. It doesn't hurt anyone. I'm just sharing good information because it's what I do. It's my job now. But if they were never doing it in the right spirit, if they were never really called to it, and usually those things go together, because if you're called to it, you have a special calling to something, you do it with a different type of energy, right, guys? So pay attention to these gurus and what they're doing. Um, a lot of these people are not what they say they are. They're not what they claim to be, and they take advantage of people who don't know any better. Okay, they take advantage of people who do not know any better because you have given yourself over to what they have to say, and part of their intention is to gain influence and popularity and all that. And that's fine because it comes with it. When you have something valuable, it comes with it, right? So it just makes you wonder why they would go around doing things like that to try to bring people into a state of delusion, okay? And we talk about this in studying the scripture. I'm going to bring you one particular scripture. It says, don't toss pearls before swine, because if you do, they will trample it underfoot. And let me just remind you guys what the pearl in this scenario, in this lesson, in this teaching, what the pearl would be. The pearl would be your attention, your time, the things that you take in to meditate on, the things that you allow to influence your life. Those are your pearls, okay? Because you giving your ear to something that was not meant for you, it can harm you, okay? It can damage your life in various ways that you don't even realize until later. You're like, but, you will be deceived, okay? You'll be deceived, and though it may seem harmless, like I gave the analogy about laying down with someone and just saying, you know what, but it seems on the surface that there is something in it for me, right? Or the person, whatever. But what happens is you end up in contact with a person who has a negative spirit. And if they're not in alignment and they're pretending, right? Eventually that pretending, it comes out. And usually what happens when you were tricked and you find out or you learn someone was pretending, what happens? You feel disappointed, you feel betrayed, right? All of those feelings are the same things that you will be taking in when you realize that not everyone has your best interest at heart, and it is important to protect the pearl of your ears, your mind, okay? And your eyes, what you take in, what you absorb. Because some people are not what they appear to be. Like I said, another way to test the spirit is to see if the fruit is of God. Is it good? Is it fit to consume? Right? Is it fit to consume? So I leave you all with that to think about. Be mindful and be wary. If I were you, I would be very cautious. Okay? Don't let people ensnare you into their sins, because most of the time they will transfer their their type of sin to you. Okay? And I'll go into more details and kind of break it down a little bit more and give you guys more examples of what this can look like when there is a transference, and what happens, because it's not just a one, it doesn't always be, let me just say this, it isn't always, and more than likely not, a one directional transference, meaning you are the one receiving and nothing is being given. Your good virtues and your whatever the case may be could be siphoned from someone who's giving you something that isn't good, what it appears to be. So, with that being said, guys, take care. And if you like this message, you want to hear more, you know what to do. Until next time.